I've been replaying Final Fantasy IX, this time on the PC, using the Moguri mod.
Ah, yes. What does this do?
It makes the game look prettier, that's one big tick.
Cool.
Here's a few things it does that makes the game not trivial, but a lot more bearable, shall we say.
Okay.
First things first, this one is kind of a cheat, but I don't care. It sets steal rate to 100%.
Ah, yeah, because, you will eventually get the thing. It's just a case of, will you have to reset the entire fight and do it again?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is there are at least 3 encounters, maybe 4 even. There's 3 or more encounters that you have a hard time limit, and there's items where at that point in the game, the chance of stealing is 1 in 256.
Yeah.
And you, like the Beatrix encounters, you get at most 10 turns.
Yes.
Because Beatrix is scripted to end the fight after 10 turns, or if you deplete her health bar. So, yeah, you do the math on that. It's not a fun time. So, yeah, you just steal automatically, which is how they've done it in FF10 and 10.2. If you steal, you just steal.
Yes.
And, granted, you don't have access to a thief the entire time. Zidane is a thief, so he's got steal from the get-go. And one of the big gimmicks of this particular game is all the bosses have really good items that you can steal. 9 out of 10 bosses have really good items you can steal. But yeah, so I've got that activated. I don't care. I've beaten the game so many times. I'm going to cheat.
Yes.
One of the other things that I've toggled on is you can now activate trance.
Oh, okay.
So you still have to build up your trance meter, but you can use it when you want. You don't have to you don't automatically trigger it.
Yeah, so, no, just automatically proccing it in some random RNG fight and then never getting to use it in any useful moment.
I think this is the only game that does this.
Yeah, because it takes so long to build up the meter.
Yeah, it makes High Tide a must if you want to abuse trance, but it's, yeah. So yeah, again, I'll point to FF10, overdrives, you build up your meter and then you've just got it, you can use it, and it resets your meter once you use it.
Yeah.
I very rarely have had trance activate during boss fights that give that matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, other than the one time that it does it automatically and that's it.
There are 3 times that I can remember top of my head where trance activates as part of plot. The very first time where Zidane's got the Orn for dagger, so he gets trance because he wants to save her. Vivi during the Black's Waltz number 3 first fight, which was a very emotional scene and I'm still not over it.
Yeah.
And Steiner gets it during the defense of Alexandria because he's got the Orn for Beatrix and doesn't want her to get hurt.
Yeah.
So, And also Steiner's is the best trance because he doesn't get anything special, it just doubles his strength.
Yeah, and it puts his helmet on.
It's literally just he flings his visor down. And my god, this mod lets you see faces properly.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh god, FF9 is a very beautiful game, but you wouldn't know it if you've only played it on FF9. Only played it on PlayStation 1. Yeah.
I found out actually recently that the PlayStation jitter is because they didn't know how to do fractions in the PlayStation hardware. So based on so the pixels essentially move on a grid.
Oh, okay.
So the reason that things look so jittery and shaky is because the skeleton is trying to move smoothly, but the best it can do is move the edges of the character model on the pixel grid.
Oh, that's a very interesting thing you just explained.
Yeah.
The last thing
I hoped it would be interesting. Yeah.
The last thing that I have toggled on Moguri mod is, hey, do you like Tetramaster?
Oh boy.
No.
Yeah, no. Nobody does.
Nobody does. Click this button and it turns it into triple triad.
Sweet.
So I click that button and every single fucking card is now a triple triad card and you've got a 3x3 grid to play on every time.
Cool. Best mod.
The only funny thing about this is it does make the scripted card battle you have to do trivially easy because that NPC only uses Oglop cards and they're just 4-4-4-4.
Right, yeah, so all you need to do is, beat a 4 somehow. Gee, I wonder how.
Yeah. I mean, 4-4-4-4 is a generally just useful average card to put somewhere defensively. But if your deck only has those in it, you suck.
Yeah, like, you're basically never going to win.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm currently on disc 3. I've just finished the Alexandria, where you summon Alexander to summon.
Yeah.
So I might be talking about FF9 again next week.
2 weeks later.
So I finished FF9. I've done everything that matters to me. Beaten Ozma. I've gotten all the treasures. I've beaten Kuja and Necron. And even now, I'm looking at Necron and going, boy, you fucking come out of nowhere.
Yeah, he does.
It kind of makes sense to a degree. Like, Kuja fucked up and the whole world needs to be destroyed, and he talks like Yoda. I still don't know why. That's just the weirdest. He has the whole fucking hate leads to suffering fucking speech.
He does.
It's so weird. I beat Ozma. Officially, that's my first time ever beating Ozma. I've just never fucked with him. I feel like I overprepared for that fight.
Like, it's very easy to over-prepare for the entire end game.
Oh, yeah, man. If you beat the game normally, it would be very odd for you to be level 50. Level 50 is a high end game level for FF9, bog standard. I was level 71 because I was like, I need to beat Ozma.
Yeah.
Why do I use the wording that I've done everything that's worth doing in that game? Because there's about 20 achievements I've not gotten.
Okay.
And all they are is achievements to pad out the game. Like, one of them is to kill 1,000 enemies. Even with all my grinding, I only killed 850.
Okay.
And there's another achievement after that, which is kill 10,000. And I'm like, this is literally just to waste people's time. So yeah, defeating 10,000 enemies it's just to eat your time. And you've got achievements for doing 100 skips in the skip rope and then 1,000. And I'm like, fuck that mini game.
Yeah. It's worse than frickin' doing the thing for Lulu's thing in 10, because at least you got the ultimate weapon from that.
Yeah, I don't even know what you get a key item that you can only get from skipping rope, and I think that's it.
Yeah, it's not even like for killing or like eating infinity oglops and getting that. Like, it's not for any of the ultimate weapons anyway, is it?
No, I got all the ultimate weapons. You'd be surprised. About 50% of the party's ultimate weapons are just found on the ground in Memoria.
Yeah. Like, Zidane, you have to do Chocobo hot and cold, and that's about it, yeah.
You need to have the ocean ability, but even then, that's only like the third ability.
Yeah.
Although
that one really fucking sucks. I hate that one.
Okay, here's the thing, Rick, is that's another thing I've noticed with replaying FF9 is, fuck, I hate 9/10 of the minigames.
Yes. Just minigames in general, like, okay, some of them work, but like, the majority of them just weren't fun.
Well, let's see here. Tetramaster can eat a dick. At the beginning of Disc 3, you can race a hippo.
Yeah, alright.
And it's not the worst minigame in the world, except if you want to beat it and get the key item, that if you get that key item, you get a cool item in an ATE later on, you have to beat him until he's level 80, which doesn't sound too bad, because if you beat him by more than a second, it increases his level by 5. If you don't, it increases his level by 1. If you're really bad at this minigame, you potentially have to do it 80 times.
Fuck me, yeah.
And you're going to have to do it at least 20, because once he gets to level 55, he is annoyingly fast.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You can beat him consistently, but you can't beat him by a whole second.
Yeah, sure. I don't remember this, but it's also been 20 years.
Yeah, you probably didn't do it, because, I did it because I was like, what shit can I miss in Alexandria? I don't think I normally do that. Now I see why.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been like 20 years since I played FF9.
You should replay it. It's a good game, especially with this Memorial mod. Sorry, Moguri.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not much else to add, really. The fights are so short.
They are.
They are. The reason why these boss fights took me forever when I used to play is because stealing is a shit mechanic in that game.
Oh, yes. And even trying to get round it by using Mug instead of Steel, that doesn't work because you just burn through the health pool.
Yeah, but that's all Mug does, is it just makes your Steel a damaging attack. No. What you need is Master Thief and Bandit.
Yeah.
But even then, that doesn't guarantee you a steal. It just means that you're more likely to steal an item of increased rarity from the opponent, which, if you're...
secondary item, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, is, there are 4 slots for each enemy in that game, and the highest ranking slot is a 1 in 256 chance of stealing with no added mechanics.
Yep.
I get it. The main character's a thief, and you're going to have him throughout the game. However, fuck you.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it's really obvious why these boss boss fights were difficult when I played this game without the steal, basically a cheat. And that's because you have to make the fight last for fucking ever for a chance at stealing these things.
Yeah, it's like Pokeball syndrome. Like, beating the fight is not the problem. It's not winning for long enough to do something that's RNG based.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. I love Final Fantasy. It's my favourite game of all time. That's probably never going to change. Minigames suck.
Yep.